In this video, we will look at the use of inequalities in the middle of a patterns question, as well as the use of logs, because we'll be needing the power. And so what we have here is we have the first three terms, which you can see is geometric, because term 2 over term 1 is 2/3, and term 3 over term 2 is 2/3. And that's a way to just check if it's geometric or arithmetic, is just do it twice. We have to work out the sum of n terms is greater than 25. Calculate the smallest value for n. And so we're going to dive straight into geometric sum of formula. So a, the first term is 9. I like to keep extra brackets to be safe. The ratio is 2/3. And when I do these kind of questions, I like to work in one go with the numbers outside of the bracket just to get me going. And that gives you an answer of minus 27. So I've got something like this after my first step. Now at this stage, you can divide both sides by minus 27. And when you divide by minus, the direction of the inequality must change. So that's one method you could go. Just for the purpose of explaining something else, I'm going to do it a different method. It's very tempting when you have to times the minus 27 into times minus 27 by this base number, and you end up with something like minus 18 to the n. But be careful when you've got different bases and different powers that you can't times them together. For example, you've got to the end of a question, and it was a simple question just working out the formula of a geometric, and you got this far, and then you went one step further and totally broke the question by timesing these together. Don't do that. Rather just leave it as is. So I'm not going to actually times the 27 in, the negative 27. I will times minus 27 by minus 1 because that's just a number. I personally like to take, if I'm working out a variable, if I'm working out a letter, I like to take that to the side that makes it positive. And so I'm not dividing by a negative and needing to change the way the inequality faces. I'm literally just moving this whole term across, and I'm moving the 25 across, so it just minuses. And so there I have that. I'm going to divide both sides by 27. And then at the point that I need the power, I'm going to use logs. The way that I think of logs is the base is the base, and it must never look the same. So the base of the log will be the base of the exponent, and it must never look the same. So it shouldn't be 2/3 n here, so it must be the other number. And then remember from one of the other videos that I did that if your base number is between 0 and minus 1, typically a fraction, then the direction of the inequality needs to change. And so we end up with something like that, and we get our answer for n being bigger than 6,42. And so what this means is 6,42 gets us to having a sum of exactly 25. And so how do I get bigger than 25? Well, the next nearest n as an integer would just be 7. And so that would be our smallest value that we can choose for n that makes the sum of bigger than 25. I trust that you found this video helpful with all its little tricks and twists. If you did, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends. Thanks.